Let your body waddle. Body waddle.
What is going on, Crimson City? My name is Crimson CBAD. I'm coming to you today as the coach of your Detroit Steel Wings in the Global Battle Association. We are coming up on week 7 after our 2-week off season, and we are going up against El Scissor and the Borussia Donphan. I really hope I'm saying that right. Anyways, guys, if you are excited, please be sure to smash that like button. And as always, guys, if you are new to the city, feel free to hit that subscribe button as well. Cue water break. Now, there's a little bit of a different here. I hope the quality is okay. I'm trying out a bunch of different new things at once. But I do want to talk about our team builder today going up against Lars. And if you guys are looking on the screen, you're like, there's a Cradily on the screen, Crimson. You don't have that. Right before the 2-week off season, bye weeks, whatever you want to call them, I did drop Registeel and I dropped Audino, and I picked up Cradily and Glaceon. So that's why you're seeing a Cradily on the screen. Without further ado, let me pull up something really quickly here. I will pull up his team. I should have had this already. I do apologize. I'm going to talk about his team, what I anticipate him to bring. I took a few notes as well on things he might be bringing. So, Lars Mega was Mega Absol. He does have access. He did get Landorus Incarnate, Azumarill, Crobat, Cobalion, Tangrowth, Delphox, Slowking, Scolipede, Druddigon, and Luxray. So he has a very threatening team. He has a lot of fast mons and he has a lot of slow mons. He's got an overall really good team. He only has 1 ×4 weakness on his team, which I really enjoy about that. I look as I was looking over his draft as I was planning for it. I really liked it. And so far, out of his 6 matches, the 2 he's brought the most have been Tangrowth, Mega Absol, followed by Landorus and Cobalion. He's actually only brought Slowking to the 2 matches. I believe that's because it was free agent. I'm not 100% sure on that. Scolipede he's brought to 3. Lando and Cobalion, like I said, he's brought to 4. Azu he's brought to 3. So I was trying to get a pattern from him, and Lars is a really good battler. So if you haven't checked out his channel already, link to his YouTube and his Twitter will be in the description as always. Definitely go check him out. He's a great battler. I love watching his GBA content specifically because I don't know, there's just something about it. I always learn something whenever I watch his battles. So, I took a few notes here. He does have hazard setters in the form of the Cobalion, the Druddigon, the Landorus Incarnate. Can all set up rocks. Scolipede can also set up these spikes and the toxic spikes. However, once hazards are up, his only defogger is the Crobat. So, I do think he has to bring the Crobat. He does have a rock weakness in Crobat. He does have a rock weakness in Scolipede and in Delphox as well. So if he brings any of those, I feel like Crobat is a necessity for his team. Crobat also is something to be afraid of because a Jolly max speed Crobat is going to cap out at 200. Scolipede 180, Cobalion 176, Landorus I 168. It's definitely something that is that I am looking for. I'm looking forward to this match, and I'm also nervous for this match as well. But as you guys can see on the screen here, we do have Audrey to the Cradily. High five to you if you get the reference. Cradily, she is bringing the leftover Storm Drain ability for the water immunity for the Azumarill. Let me pull up my notes one more time just so I remember exactly everything here. Storm Drain does have the water ability of immunity for the Azumarill and the Slowking as well. Stealth Rock, Stone Edge, Recover, and Toxic. Super Spadef. Super Spadef. My plan is to lead off with this thing and get rocks up immediately. If he leads off with like a Banded or a Choice Crobat in any way, I can at least get rocks up for a turn or 2. I can take an Adamant U-turn. Or not an Adamant U-turn. Wow, an Adamant Brave Bird that's Banded. I can take that, and then I can switch on to something else that is more likely to take it, should he switch out. Stone Edge for Stab, Recover. This thing doesn't get Leech Seed, otherwise I would have put it on there. Which, surprisingly enough, it doesn't get Leech Seed. Who knew? Recover and Toxic as well. Toxic to wear down his bigger walls like Tangrowth. Slowking as well. He has no Clerics on his team, so once something's poisoned, it's poisoned. It is poisoned. His only Guts user is the Luxray as well. That's something to keep in mind when spamming stuff like Toxic or any other hazards we can spread on the team. Stone Edge is going to super effectively hit Crobat, Delphox, and Scolipede, like I said earlier. It's also Stab. high chance to crit. So I believe if we do snag the crit chance with just this much in attack, provided it's like a max attack, max speed Crobat, we can knock it out with crit. So that is something to do. I was considering doing something like Rock Slide instead, but you know what? RNG is part of the game we play, so I figured go with the lower accuracy, higher chance to crit move, because that is what is going to take home the win. Next up, we're bringing Winchester. He is coming back with the Eviolite, Frisk ability, Willow, Nightshade, Infestation, and Rest. 252 HP, 252 defense, 4 in special attack with a bold nature. And the, let me see here. I might actually want to change that up. You know what? I'm actually just going to put the 4 in Spadef. I was putting the 4 in special attack just so Infestation did a bit more, but it's completely negligible damage. It's more there to trap and get the 12% each turn, as opposed to the initial damage. So I will put the extra 4 just in Spadef. Will-O-Wisp is going to hinder a lot of his physical attackers. Azumarill, Crobat, Cobalion, Tangrowth even, Druddigon. I don't want to burn the Luxray, and then the Mega Absol, excuse me, does get the Magic Bounce. I don't want to burn that. Nightshade for the consistent 50 damage on stuff. Infestation to trap his things. Infestation is actually super effective against both his regen walls. It allows him not to get that regen recovery in both the Slowking and the Tangrowth. If we trap them with an Infestation, keep popping, get a Will-O-Wisp on and Nightshade, and we can keep wearing them down, rest back up for our full health. The only thing I am worried about is that the Slowking does get Dragon Tail should it get trapped in somehow. I don't think he'll bring Dragon Tail. Actually, you know what? He might bring the Dragon Tail just in case he anticipates a Crocoon set. So he might have Dragon Tail and a Slowking. Knockoff on Tangrowth is also a big thing. We're physically defensive, so even after a knockoff, we'll still live it. We'll still be able to Willow and rest up and do all that stuff. But those are two things that I do need to keep in mind when sitting in Winchester on both these walls. Mega Absol, obviously, a special Absol is going to be absolutely brutal. But Infestation is super effective against the Mega Absol as well. I don't want to necessarily keep this thing in on it, but in a worst case scenario, we can. Or if we catch him on the switch, go for a Willow and we burn the Absol, that would absolutely be fantastic. Anyways, next up we've got post-hardcore, our choice Scarfed Raptor, Reckless ability, Brave Bird, U-turn, quick attack, in close combat with 148 EVs and HP, 252 max attack, adamant nature with 108 speed. With 108 in speed with a Scarf, we are outspeeding a Jolly Crobat. Anything scarfed past 200 speed, we will not outspeed. His only, let me double check before I sound like a complete, idiot on cam, but his only flying resist is the Luxray. So I didn't want to bring Brave Bird and Double Edge because there was no point considering flying his only, I'm not keeping this thing on a Luxray, first off. Second off, it does, Cobalion's a neutral hit. Lando's neutral, Azu's neutral, Crobat's neutral, Cobalion's neutral, Tangrowth's super effective, Delphox neutral, Slowking neutral, Scolipede super effective, Druddigon neutral, Luxray resisted, Mega Absol neutral. I'd rather go with the Brave Bird than the Double Edge, just because Double Edge does have the resist in the Cobalion. So that's why I went with Brave Bird over that. U-turn for the Switch initiative. Quick attack for priority, just in case this is like a last-ditch effort to pick up some sweet kill on something that does get priority. We do have the stab quick attack. Close combat will be a super effective hit against the Cobalion. I was going to bring a Roost, but I don't know what I'd be able to Roost on considering I am choiced. So I went with that. I really want Staraptor to put in some work this week just because Brave Bird does a huge amount of damage to any set he brings, honestly. Unless Intimidate... Does Luxray get Intimidate? Don't sound like an idiot, Crimson. It does get Intimidate. Unless he brings like an Intimidate defensive Luxray for the Staraptor. Specifically, I feel like Staraptor can pick up some kills this week. Next up, we've got Thorn. He's coming back, rocking Black Sludge, Natural Cure, Spikes, Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, and Stun Spore. I hope you guys did not just see me spit everywhere. I know I just did. 16 HP, 252 modest special attack, 196 in speed. Spikes, I want to get up rocks, and then I want to get up, I'd love to be able to get Spikes up on something. I would absolutely love to get Spikes up on something. I don't know what I can get Spikes up on, but I'd love to. Sludge Bomb and Giga Drain for dual stab. Taking advantage of that dual stab, rather. Stun Spore is to paralyze things, and the reason we have so much invested in speed, I might actually want to... So I need to hit 135. So let's bring you to a Timid Nature. Let's do that instead. It gives us a bit more bulk. Excuse me, that gives us a bit more bulk. We are outspeed with 135 in speed, 100 EVs in speed, Tim in nature, 135 IVs, or EVs, excuse me, 135 overall stat. The English language is not my friend today. We are outspeeding a Jolly Luxray at that point because we cannot paralyze it. I wanted to at least outspeed it and be able to hit it with Sludge Bomb. So that is why I want to do outspeed that much. 252 in special attack. The rest will hold in bulk just so we can live. We do have 60 HP, but we do have a lovely special defense of 105 as well. So that should be good. Next up, I feel like is one of our bigger win cons is going to be the blue one, Latios rocking the leftovers, Sub Calm Mind, D-Pulse, and Thunderbolt. 220 HP, 252 modest special attack, 36 in speed. That is going to give us overall Sub and Calm Mind. I want to sub up on something. I don't think he's going to bring Shadow Ball Slowking. I don't see the point in bringing Shadow Ball Slowking. If he does, I want to sub up on something, get a Calm Mind up. Dragon Pulse and Thunderbolt pretty much take care of his team. Dragon Pulse hits Lando. Thunderbolt hits Azu and Crobat. Thunderbolt hits Cobalion. Dragon Pulse hits Tangrowth. Dragon Pulse hits Delphox. Thunderbolt hits the Slowking. Scolipede, Druddigon, Lex. Like, if we can get a Calm Mind or two up, take a hit behind a sub, we can just decimate something with a +1 or even maybe a +2 Dragon Pulse or a Thunderbolt. So that's the plan with this. Latios is hopefully going to come in and do some work this week. Last up, we are bringing an oldie but a goodie streamers. It's got the leftovers Roar Rest Roarcoon set that we did bring. We brought the same set against A-Drive, and it actually worked out really well, in my opinion. The reason I want to bring this is because he does have a speed boosting Scolipede that can Baton Pass and Swords Dance. So I want to roar it out. I do want a wall for a huge power Azumarill. I do want a few other things as well that we can just tank hits from absolutely left and right. If he gets like Leech Seeds up, once I want to get Rocks and I want to get Spikes up, and then I want to just Sleep Talk Roar and kind of phase him out. I want to trigger that Roar priority with Sleep Talk and just go from there. If not, get a few burns on some things. Get a burn on an Azu, super effective damage on Lando. Get a burn on Crobat, get a burn on the Cobalion. I mean, I would love for streamers to put in some work this week. So, all that being said, guys, that is going to be my team going into Week 7 of the GBA against El Scizor and the Borussia Donphan. If you guys have any questions, comments, thoughts about this team, be sure to leave them in the comment section below. All that being said, my name's Crimson CBAD, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Week 7. Later. Let's run...
Does it get Nasty Plot?
It does. It gets every move in the game, Steve.
Oh yeah, because it can like transform and get stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got Nasty Plot. Without the burn, this thing's just... Or with the burn, this thing's just a Sand Setter. This thing's just a Sand Setter, and it sits in front of things. Goes out into Cobra, which is going to be the Nidoking. We do have some special investments.